What is up, bros and broettes? I am Inkslasher, and I have a little bit of a stuffy nose today, so I'm sorry if I sound a little sick, but today we're going to be talking about Infinite Warfare. We're going to be talking about the life cycle of Infinite Warfare, and now that 3 months, or just about 3 months has passed since the game's release, we're going to talk about where this game stands and what is going on within the community of this game. And I think this one's especially interesting because I think as of Christmas, it drastically changed. And I believe I tweeted something out about it, but we're going to talk about that today and what could improve in Infinite Warfare, because I think there's a few massive things. Now, first things first, when Infinite Warfare was released, the feedback of it was awful. People hated this and did not like Infinite Warfare whatsoever. Now, I believe this is mainly because of the jetpacks and all of that stuff, but people just didn't like it. The response was very negative. Now, I think another reason for that is the release of Modern Warfare Remastered, and because Modern Warfare Remastered was coming out the exact same time as Infinite Warfare, people were stuck between kind of a rock and a hard place of which game they wanted to play, because a lot of people wanted to play Infinite Warfare and a lot of people wanted to play Modern Warfare Remastered, and then all of a sudden the community is split instead of being united at the time of year when it's supposed to be united the most. And I think that was really horrible for the Call of Duty community. I still believe what they should have done is released Modern Warfare Remastered 6 months into the game's life cycle, because generally that's when Infinite Warfare or whatever Call of Duty comes out that year gets a little bit stale. So to refresh them in the Call of Duty series, release a new game or a remastered game 6 months in is a brilliant idea. But that's my opinion. We won't know unless they do that in the future, so only really time will tell if that's actually a thing. So then as the game's life cycle moved on, I saw a lot of really positive things and a lot of really negative things. Some of the biggest mementos we can look at through that is, one, the addition of Team Tactical. Team Tactical is a game mode where it's basically team deathmatch, but you can't use jetpacks, and the damage profiles on weapons are just a little bit different. In Team Tactical, it got an extremely positive response. Basically, it's boots on the ground Infinite Warfare, like I said, and a lot of people really like that game mode, but again, it wasn't like that at release, so that turned a lot of people off. But if you haven't tried Team Tactical, give it a shot. It's a lot of fun, and a lot of people really like it. The real question is whether they're going to keep it in the game or not. Now, I will say they have been doing a pretty good job keeping their game updated, adding new game modes in, all of that kind of stuff, but the one thing that a lot of people are complaining about and still hasn't been put into the game is leaderboards and custom emblems. Of course, custom emblems are a big thing on this channel, as we do like the top 5 emblems and that kind of stuff. So a lot of people are, of course, really frustrated that those still aren't in the game that they said were going to be in there 3 months ago. And the leaderboards is the weird one to me. I don't think it's an awful thing that they don't have leaderboards, but it's really odd to me because every Call of Duty game has had leaderboards. I think since like Call of Duty World at War, maybe Call of Duty 4. So it's really odd that they don't have that at all. But then the thing I want to talk about today is there was this huge shift, this absolutely huge shift come Christmas, like literally Christmas Day. All of a sudden, everything negative I was seeing about Infinite Warfare switched and everything got super positive. And I think it was because of all the people that got the game at Christmas and realized that it's not as bad as everyone was saying. I think that's what the big switch was, because a lot of people get the new Call of Duty game at Christmas. A ton of people get the new Call of Duty game at Christmas. And the thing that really brought this to my eyes was my cousin. I believe he's like 12 or 14, somewhere in that range. I was talking to him on Christmas. He's like, yeah, I got the new Call of Duty. And I'm like, what do you think of it? He's like, it's awesome. I don't understand why everyone was shitting on it. He's like, it's fun. It's new. It's exciting. And I'm like, you know what? You're kind of right, because so many people, especially his age, that can't afford the Call of Duty game, get it at Christmas. And everything that they have seen up until that point, or most things that they have seen up to that point, was YouTubers complaining about it, game sites complaining about it, saying, it's not your normal Call of Duty. It's a shitty Call of Duty. And then they actually play it, and they're like, well, it's not that bad. You made it sound way worse than it actually is. I mean, I think all of them will say, like most people will say, this isn't the best Call of Duty ever, but by no means is it as bad as everyone was making it out to be. And all of a sudden, a big swath of people get the game on Christmas and play it and are really positive about it. Now, the one thing that I will say is if you've played since Christmas, the game's got so much easier because of all the Christmas noobs, and it's really great to play against those people. It makes it real refreshing and plays pretty damn well because of that. But I think it's really interesting to see that mob mentality switch really quick in just a matter of a couple days. And I even saw it on Twitter, people saying, hey, I got the game. What were these people talking about? And it's a really interesting switch of mentality when it comes to a game. So then we got the interesting part part of this video, in my opinion, and that's what's going to go on with the future of Infinite Warfare. And I think the main part of this is we can look at the DLC, we can look at what's going to change in the game, maybe additional game modes, but the first thing we're going to look at is the DLC, because as we know, the end of January, I believe it's January 30th, 31st, something like that, that is when the first DLC comes out. And I think the maps look pretty good, like the multiplayer maps look pretty damn alright, but the magical thing about that DLC is the zombies. It looks so great, and normally I don't say that. Normally I'm a multiplayer guy, but man, that zombies map looks so incredible, and I'm really interested to see what they do with that, because it looks great. It looks fantastic. The thing is it going to play that fantastic? Only time will tell. Of course, as we've seen throughout the life cycle of the game, additional DLC in the form of new weapon variants, we knew this was going to happen. I didn't think it was going to happen so soon. Like a month and a half into the game's life cycle, they were adding variants. That kind of surprised me, but at the same time, we knew it was coming. Now, the question is, how are they going to continue to do this? Are they just going to continue to add variants? Are they going to add new weapons? Are they going to add a new tier of weapons after epic, like super epic? I don't know what they're going to do with that. However, I would love to see weekly challenges, daily challenges, or something even better. If you're a player who's ever played Destiny, I don't know how many of you have actually played Destiny. There's a game mode in Destiny called Trials of Osiris, and basically what this is once a week there's an event, I believe it's for 3 or 4 days, where you can literally, if you win 9 games straight, you get an epic or legendary item. You get an epic weapon or a legendary weapon, and this would be so cool to be put into Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, any Call of Duty game that has variants for that matter. And I think I'm going to make a future video about this, because I stopped playing Destiny about 3 months into Destiny's life cycle, and then they added Trials of Osiris, and I probably played it for another 3 months because I had so much fun playing Trials of Osiris. So I'm going to make a separate video talking about how they could implement that into Call of Duty, but that's for another day. So let me know what you think of Call of Duty 3 months into it. Are you still playing Infinite Warfare? Are you playing Modern Warfare Remastered? Or have you stopped playing altogether? Let me know down in the comment section below. Sorry my voice is a little screwed up. I don't know what's going on with that. I didn't feel sick until I started recording this video. So I'm sorry if that sounds awful, but thanks for watching the video. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. If you enjoyed, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. Check out my Twitch, Twitter, Let's Play channel down in the description. And until next time, guys, peace out.